Do you want to
Do a podcast?
do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's
Let
fucking
us
do it.
Do this.
I have a lot to say.
I have way more to say. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 171 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is The Real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny is our, in-house news correspondent and,
Oh, wow.
also
professional
co-host.
title now.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing it up big, you know what I'm saying?
Doing it so big.
171, big milestone, you know? Gotta celebrate.
Is it? What? What makes
Everyone
it special? 171?
celebrates their 171st, you know?
Oh, okay. Not 100, not 200, not 150.
Well, you can celebrate those, but they're just not as big, you know?
Oh, okay.
It's like turning 30 for podcasts.
Shit, what a milestone.
Yeah, that's what I just
Milestone. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I guess I'll never speak again about milestones and turning 30. Since that was so
Except
far away
with
from
everyone that is under 30. People over 30 just can't wait to tell people about how 30 is going to be.
Being 30 sucks, dude.
It's
Being
fine.
an elder
It doesn't
millennial is
fucking
the
matter.
worst.
It doesn't
It just
matter.
gets worse. Everything gets on fire, and you just set it on fire some more, and then you just cry into your video games and your coconut water.
Well, yeah. Coconut water? What's the deal with coconut water?
Oh my god, that was terrible. But yes,
What's the deal with coconut water? That's my Don Knotts, Jerry Seinfeld mashup.
Don Knotts, Jerry Seinfeld crossover.
Hey, Andy, what's the deal?
Jesus fucking Christ. No, I got food poisoning, and I really miss alcohol because I could really use a shot right now. But goddamn, I can't because I'm dehydrated as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you know that Gatorade comes in a flavor called Cool Blue? What does that even mean? What is this flavoring? I've never really drank Gatorade until this moment because I couldn't keep anything in. And they're like, here's Gatorade. And I'm like, what?
You've never had Gatorade before?
I've had it, but it's been like, honestly, years since I've had Gatorade.
Okay. Yeah, all their flavors are pretty meaningless, except the lemon, lime ones or whatever.
But it literally says contains no fruit juice. So what is this flavor?
It's blue flavor.
What is this? Blue?
Cool blue, actually.
Cool Blue. Oh, I'm so sorry.
One of my favorite ones is like Arctic something, and it's just white.
Arctic Cherry?
Like,
yeah.
No, not cherry, because I fucking hate cherry.
It is Arctic Cherry because I literally picked it up because I'm like, oh, cherry.
Hey, Bunny? Maybe they have two flavors called Arctic something, huh?
I bet you they do because it's fucking cringe as hell.
Jesus Christ.
Arctic.
So you're not
Cherry.
feeling good? That sucks.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. Yeah. I'm better than you.
Yeah,
Turns
that's
out.
true. Then.
I'm drinking.
What are you drinking? Tell me it.
Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke. Interesting.
The old standby.
Yeah, that's a good standby.
Yeah, it's too much sugar though. I need to find something else to drink. I really hate all the like seltzer fucking
Coke.
beers and shit. Melissa will not let me have Diet Coke because it gives you cancer. So.
Oh, I will die on that hill and with my cancer-ridden body if I take that Coke from my hand.
I know. I was thinking about it literally as I was falling asleep last night because I think about it constantly. I was like, I kind of would rather have cancer than diabetes. You know?
I mean, you know. What's a little radiation doesn't hurt us.
Right.
Look at what's happening in Ohio. So it's fine. Our planet's slowly poisoning itself, so might as well just add it to
the
our
planet's doing it. Yeah,
we're doing it to
weird.
the planet.
I don't know. Yeah,
we're doing it to the
Look,
planet.
global warming is a thing.
Gonna...
It just happens by itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do.
Obviously. What did you play?
Yeah, video games is what I played.
Mm-hmm.
So many of them, in fact.
Yeah. How many?
3.
Okay,
Actually, that's not true.
Fair.
There's another one I need to add to the list that I literally played today.
Ooh.
Called Old School RuneScape.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're back.
My buddy messaged me. Actually, I have 2 buddies that are intermittently sort of messaging me about the game, and I'm really glad I don't have any friends that are like big into like hard drugs or anything, because I'm just a man that, gives into peer pressure, I think. I didn't learn how to navigate those pitfalls.
I peer pressure you all the time.
Yeah,
what
but you're
fuck?
repulsive and annoying, so
I'll remember this.
What am I playing, a Telltale game?
I'll remember. Yeah, exactly. This your fucking reputation with evil.
Buddy's gonna remember this, but it will change nothing about your life because it's a Telltale game. Got him.
You
fuck you in the grave, Telltale.
Fuck you in the grave. Jesus.
I mean, I know they're back, but it's not really the same, is it?
Mm-mm.
There's a corpse walking around pretending to be Telltale.
It's yeah. It's definitely. It's like they resurrected it, and it's a zombie, and they're like, "Look, guys, it's fine." And then they put some makeup on the zombie, trying to make it look normal.
Earl?
As its face is slowly sliding off.
Is that the guy's name? That fucking farmer and his wife from the beginning of Men in Black. Do you remember that?
Yeah. It's Earl.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I played some RuneScape today, and I don't feel particularly good about it, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to let you know, as my accountability partner, that I failed.
Okay. Yeah. Back to the old RuneScape.
I'm back on my shit, because I also played a little Dota this week.
Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Can I say kind of why this has happened, though? Although it's not directly related at all. It's just my excuse.
Your friends dragged you and you gave.
Well, that's sure. That's the real reason. But the funny reason is that I finally know what it's like to lose hours of editing progress.
Oh,
I
the worst.
did not realize that autosave is not a feature in.
It's not a.
There's text in the program Premiere that says autosave, but it does not actually do that apparently. There's settings for it. You set it up, and it looks like it's doing some stuff. And every now and then a pop-up comes up that says, "Hey, we definitely autosaved," and no, it didn't.
No, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes it just doesn't want to, which kind of ruins the point of the feature.
It just fucks you up.
So now the autosave is me remembering to press Control S every time I do anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing new. I'm sure thousands of people, millions maybe, have experienced this. But it's my turn.
Good.
I'm a man now, I think.
It's changed you. You've grown.
It's changed me, but I'm going back to my old shit. RuneScape and fucking Dota. Take out my aggression.
Understandable. Okay.
Yeah. So I also. Oh, actually, I'm going back to everything. Elder Scrolls is still happening.
Yep.
Faye and I went back to Grounded.
You guys finally revisited?
We're kind of done with No Man's Sky for now. There's a couple more things we want to do, but we're like, we'll just hit it next time. We spent a lot of time in the game this time around. I'm at like 100 hours in my save. It's a lot. In one save. It's a shitload.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. We still haven't beat the game, by the way. Probably never will.
What the fuck?
It's like, who cares? Like, at the end of the game, I know what happens, and it doesn't. It's not going to make me feel better having beaten that. Someday I will, maybe. Doesn't matter. And then I guess. Oh, I wanted to talk about the. I bought an Xbox Elite Series 2 controller.
Okay.
for use on the PC.
Yeah.
And this
Oh my
is
God.
the goddamn best controller I've ever used in my life.
Yeah, I was very reluctant to say that for the longest time. Until
Why?
somebody
Why were you
bought it for me.
reluctant?
Because I liked my old little shitty Logitech one that I could throw across the room and not give a shit because it was $20. And then when I got really mad, I would spin it above my head like a goddamn lasso.
Holy
and not
fuck.
give a fuck.
I thought I
Yeah.
had rage problems. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I went to see a therapist when I was a kid about my rage issues. So if anybody else is worried about their
Oh,
rage
so you've
issues,
solved
it
them.
ain't
That's why
nothing.
you don't appear more angry.
No,
than
I
me.
you fucking kidding me? But yeah, no, this one I can't throw. And so, but it is a nice controller. It feels good.
It just feels incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm playing Mafia 3 with that. So I got
Okay.
sick of it. You know, I lied to myself for a long time. Like, I can play any game with a mouse and keyboard, but it's just not true. Like, you can, technically, but it's not a good experience, you know?
Yeah. I think there's certain games that I like on a controller more.
Yeah. Well,
Like
they're just
any of my
designed for
shooters
it, you know?
and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
Shooters?
No. I meant like think of Binding of Isaac and stuff like that. That shit belongs on a controller.
Yeah, where it's like about the control stick. Yeah.
It's all about the control spec. I kind of want to play the next time I play. Like, there's these type of horror games that are making a comeback that use tank controls.
Ugh.
Old school like
Nasty. Resident
Silent
Evil.
Hill.
Yeah, fuck. Gross.
Yeah, like old Resident Evil and shit like that. I think the next time one of those comes around, I'm gonna try it with the controller because I probably play it better than mouse and keyboard.
Oh, I'm sure that's true, yeah. When I played the Resident Evil 1, I forget what the fuck there's like 80 remakes of that game. I don't know which one I played,
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
yeah. Anyway. It was impossible with a fucking keyboard. So, the other thing that I played that we both played is Atomic Heart.
Yeah.
Which is
The game.
how would you do? I thought it was a shooter. That seems to not be the case. There
No,
are
it's
guns,
definitely melee.
but it's more like BioShock, where it's like, yeah, you're gonna shine with the wrench and some other powers to start with. Although it's not
I
a
knew
wrench,
it was
it's
gonna
an
be.
axe or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. I knew it was gonna be BioShock-esque. Did you not see the promo with what's his face, Jason Ackles?
Jensen Ackles is his name, which
Jensen.
is just a ridiculous goddamn name. But
But
I miss Hollywood when they made people change their names. Like, oh, this is Johnny Smith. Like, yeah, of course it is.
Wow, you want to go back to the 50s and 60s? All right.
Just for names. I can't fucking remember Jensen. Oh, I guess I just did, so that's a bad example.
Yeah, you remembered his name better than me, so what the fuck?
You know why? Because
Why?
I watched an episode of a podcast called Inside of You by Michael Rosenbaum.
That sounds inappropriate.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the fun part of it.
Okay.
But they mean it metaphorically, like I get inside your brain or whatever. But
Okay.
But he sort of has fun with it. But so Michael Rosenbaum is the guy who played Lex Luthor on Smallville.
Okay.
And so he does that podcast, and it's a great podcast. Anyway, shout out. And Jensen Ackles was a guest once, and it was a good episode. I didn't know him before that, which was I don't usually listen to episodes that I don't know the person. Oh wait, no, that's not true. I listened to it because he played a minor character for a couple of episodes in Smallville. That's why I watched it. Why are we talking about Jensen Ackles?
Well, okay, so it's all the promo video for the game where they did is him like beating the shit out of stuff with a fucking
yeah. So I
axe type
saw that was a thing, but I didn't watch it. I didn't want to watch any promotional material for the game.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the trailer.
Yeah.
I just saw kind of the visuals and like murmurings about it like years ago. I was like, "Yep,
Yeah.
I'm in." And once I decide I'm gonna play a game no matter what, I turn off completely from the media about it. I don't want to fucking know.
Yeah, I kind of have a bad habit of doing that too, where I completely turn off. But I did see.
How's
a
it a
lot
bad
of stuff
habit?
about
It's
this.
fucking amazing. It saves you from like
Spoilers.
spoilers and just
Yeah.
unrealistic expectations, like that kind of shit, you know, like overhyping yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I did know it was gonna be Bioshock-esque though. That's the only thing I did kind of know.
Yeah.
Where like there was like powers and stuff like that from watching like the previews. Is like, oh, this is Bioshock meets like, you know,
Yeah.
Mother
I would
Russia.
say in lots of ways this game is looking up to Bioshock. It wants to be a Bioshock super bad when it grows
does
up.
want to be a Bioshock. Yeah. Yeah, when it's all grown up and stops being, I feel like. So I know both of us had the same issue with the dialogue.
Oh,
there's a lot of fucking
God,
dialogue.
yeah.
And I at first thought, because like from watching the trailers that I did watch, the protagonist never seemed to be talking.
I know. It's almost like they knew.
And like after everything that's happened with like Forspoken and like High on Life and stuff like that, all these fucking games are like super about like this protagonist and like comedic relief character, and it's like, no, stop doing that. We don't need that banter all the fucking time. It's like overstimulating.
Yeah, it's overstimulating, and it's like it's so unearned, right? Like Duke Nukem got away with this. First of all, the era that it released in, right? The 90s or whatever.
Yeah. And like, that's how I feel this character is trying to be like.
It's trying to be. The ways that it fails is being a character at all. I don't even know the guy's name. I literally can't remember my dude's fucking name in this game.
It's P-3 or something.
Yeah, but that's not his name. They call him Major Aronov or some shit like that. He's got a fucking real name. P3 is a stupid like call sign or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. They just didn't set him up in any. He doesn't have a relationship with anyone except this like scientist guy. Like, it's just not a fucking character, you know? He doesn't have any development.
It feels like
nothing.
a silent protagonist, but he has too much talking.
Well, isn't that every
character
that's not a silent protagonist? It's like he's silent, but he's talking.
Well, like the background. He has no background. He's like an empty shell. We don't know too much about him.
Yeah, it's like he's supposed to be a blank slate, but they inserted someone's stupid joke writing, like fucking first year comedian bullshit.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I think lots of the humor in the game doesn't land, and maybe it's a cultural thing. I have no idea. But do you remember getting the glove for the first time and the robot's like, make this motion with your hand, pull your index finger up and lift your pinky and wrap it around your ass and just do this, and it's like a fucking 30-second description of what to do with your hand. I'm like, this sounds like it belongs in a fucking Connect game or something. Like, what is the joke? The joke is we went on too long explaining something you don't actually have to do? Is that what it is? Because the guy just does it immediately, and he has a shitty quip about it also, which is just stupid. I think the laziest form of fucking writing right now that is so pervasive in video games is we did something shitty. Now let us all laugh about the shitty thing we did.
It feels like Rick and Morty.
It sucks ass. Rick and Morty is fucking amazing. Shut the fuck up.
But I feel like that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but those shows have actual jokes. They just use tropes, and then they make fun of the tropes. So you're making the same mistake that the writers do. They think it's the same thing, too. They think, oh, we're using tropes, so we get to make fun of the tropes. No. You have to have good writing around the tropes, right? This is why the hero's journey, fucking all these different archetypes in storytelling work, because they're good fucking formulas. Now, the fact is, you still have to write good shit around them, but you can use different formats for writing. It's fine. And then to self-referentiate, or to be self-referential about it is fine. But if you do shitty writing and then you do shitty joke about your shitty writing, it's all shit. It's all fucking terrible.
It's all poo-poo caca.
Jesus Christ. This fucking video game. And the fucked up thing is I still kind of like the game.
I want to, I really do. There's a couple things that make me, so like, there's rumors going around about the actual true origin of this company, and like people are arguing about it on Twitter. But like looking into it, they're from Cyprus, which is a part of Greece and Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, they have connections to Russia somehow. They have connections, and like there's not a lot of proof of that, but people are speculating that there is. But like it's very oddly uncomfortable. How pro-Russian they are. I mean, I get it. That's what the thing is, and like it's
wait. How is it pro-Russia?
Like if you like, just I think I sat around in the beginning area for like 30 minutes, just wandering around like an idiot sandwich, and just listening to people talk and like going through like the whole war situation and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Well. But it's set in a place, right? It's set in a time and place where that kind of makes sense. It's not. I don't get the idea that this game is supposed to be like some sort of subterfuge vehicle for making other people sympathetic to Russia currently now. That's not how it feels. It feels way more like BioShock Infinite's opening, where everything is super fucked up.
And I was very uncomfortable with BioShock's Infinite.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was incredible.
I don't know what it was. I thought it's great too, but it makes me uncomfortable.
But that's part of it. That's
I know.
I love when things make me feel that way because I don't want to be comfortable. I want to be sold something that's real and like fuck, like to have villains, fucked up things need to happen. You know, like I like worlds that sort of go there. I don't need everything to go there, but I'm glad some things do. You know.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I was just trying to make a, like, I don't know. It makes me weird. It feels weird.
Yeah, no, that's a totally valid way to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but I don't know. I think you got further than me because I stopped shortly after the dead person puzzle and stuff.
I was pretty shortly after that. Yeah. It wasn't too much further. I did some swimming around in the polymer. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like the whales or whatever, and the people talking.
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I really like the setting. I like the visuals. The visuals are great.
Yes.
And just the situations you find yourself in, like they really thought about how like a bunch of different stuff that could exist in the like technologically, like the weird spinning fucking chair like subway for some reason.
Yeah. I saw it.
It's fucking awesome. Even if all of it doesn't make 100% sense. Like the worm, did you get to the worm part?
Yeah, I think that's what made me mauled because I just kept dying to it.
Oh.
It kept killing me.
So that thing is neat, but it does have like this depth of universe problem where it's like they sort of explain it where they're like, well, it's, you know, the idea behind it is we're going to terraform other worlds. It's like, what? You wouldn't have something so functional already and never have gone to space, you know? Like,
yeah.
You haven't landed on another fucking planet yet. Why would you have the technology to terraform?
They had.
Well, no, so someone had. It's kind of like a Buzz Aldrin situation, you know? Like, they didn't set anything up there, is what I'm saying. Like,
oh, yeah, no.
And they weren't going to be able to get back quickly or whatever. It wasn't like a realistic timeline to like full-blown fucking crazy earth-eating fucking worm. Or not just earth, it was ripping through concrete and shit. And, yeah, I don't want to look too hard into shit like that, but that stuck out to me a little bit like a sore thumb.
Yeah. I can see that. What other complaints do you have about the game?
Oh boy! The sex-obsessed fucking vending machine.
But isn't she like a refrigerator?
She's an upgrade. Says, oh, did she used to be a refrigerator? Maybe. I have no idea. She looks like a refrigerator.
It
looks a little bit like, didn't Bender fall in love with a fucking vending machine or some shit in Futurama?
I think so.
That's what I kind of thought of, but Futurama did not take the joke to the extremes that this fucking shit. The things she says are disgusting. fine,
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. But the main problem is how goddamn much she drones on about it.
I know. It's too much dialogue.
Minutes every time you interact with her. It is so long. It's like, holy shit.
I want to meet somebody who actually genuinely likes the horny robot. Because I've seen it all over Twitter and nobody likes her.
I thought, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
If it was designed for people to hate her, why make so much of it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. And you could skip the dialogue, luckily, but
I haven't
it's
been.
Still
just for the content, you know?
You just suffered through it on stream.
Yeah. I just grit my teeth and wait for it to be over.
Bear it all.
Yeah.
Just take it all in.
I think it is probably the closest men will get to understanding what it's like to be sexually harassed, though.
I fucking hope so. If that's what it takes, for a character to make you feel uncomfy in a video game, for men to get a small sliver of what women have to deal with.
I'm not saying
sometimes.
It's enough for any men to learn their lessons, by the way. I'm just saying.
Oh, fair enough. You're right.
Especially the pervy ones.
They're kind of stupid. They probably like horny robot. They're like, oh, yeah, finally a woman who understands me.
Yeah, she knows what her purpose is. Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Am I right, guys? Oh, that's right. I'm 45 and I live alone.
That's true. Yeah, let me look at my notes here.
I wrote that my only notes are sexy robots. Sexy. The sexy ones, the yummy ones. And then there's sex obsessed robots in parentheses, not sexy.
Yeah, the sexy ballerinas. Yeah, there was like a joke being made around by the company that there was 6 hours of sex with them. Yeah, which is funny as fuck.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, I wrote down how we kind of talked about this off podcast, but like the constant making fun of the companion and how it kind of reminded me of Booker, because I felt Booker was annoying as fuck and I couldn't relate to him, and I think that's why I did not like BioShock Infinite. And my roommate has been begging me to replay BioShock Infinite ever since he finally played through the whole series.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't know. I think Booker's like, this guy's just being an asshole. Booker had like, and you said Booker has like his whole situation where he like is a drunk, alcoholic, failure of a detective, yada yada yada. But like, I don't know. This guy, if you could say that, this guy has like no fucking memories, and so he's mad about it. You could say that, but
you definitely could say that, but it's such a bad.
It's such a bad fucking cop out.
Yeah.
He's just like an asshole for no reason.
He's an asshole for no reason and talks way too much. Like, if you're the quiet type who doesn't want to be bothered about shit, you also don't want to bother other people. So like, you'll grumble about whatever thing and then move on. Like, this guy is just like, can you believe this shit? This fucking bullshit. Like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Like, goes on for, like, all the writing in this fucking game could be cut into, let's say, fourths.
Yeah.
And it would still be too much, probably. I mean, it's just too much. It's too much dialogue and it's not good. Just spend less time literally writing words and come up with new ones to write. That's how you should workflow your time, writers who wrote this game. Don't type more, think more, and then write.
I feel like this game, also the writing is done by somebody who thinks that this is like an alpha male like character, and like he's like, oh yeah, an alpha would say this. It's just like they're on that fucking.
You think the Red Pill community wrote this character? It's like an AI from Sneako's YouTube chat that fucking wrote this or something.
It's a fucking Andrew Tate robot who wrote this character.
Yeah.
I swear.
Yeah, maybe.
Fucking God.
I don't even. Yeah, I can't imagine who wrote this character and thought it was fine. I can't imagine.
It feels very forced.
Because he's not saying a bunch of shit that like red pill dudes would think is based. Like, it's just shitty fucking shittiness.
He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Any other complaints that you would like to talk about this game? You're gonna keep playing it though, yeah?
I think so. I mean, the further removed I get from playing it, I'm like, wait a minute, why would I go back? But while I was playing it, I was really interested.
RuneScape.
While I was playing it, I was definitely interested in still going back in, but because I just want to see what else is in there, mostly visually, a little bit mechanically. The combat's kind of fun. It's pretty it's hard, but it's basic, you know?
Yeah. That's what I wrote down. I wrote down, I went with hard. I think I'm going to change my settings.
Speaking of hard, let me get your fat fucking dick in my machinery. Ah!
I'm going to kill you.
Sexy vending machine.
Yeah. I was picking up what you were putting down, unfortunately.
I'll pick you up and you put me down, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, my God! Yeah, no. I think I do want to keep playing it. Another big complaint that I do have, like, the combat feels good, everything else feels good. There's not enough music. And Mick Gordon did the music.
I almost said Mick Jagger. He's the only other Mick I know.
He's got the moves like Jagger. Yeah, no. Fucking, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have been underwhelmed.
I have liked music. So this goes back to the dialogue. When you're floating in the sky, right, in the car,
yeah, and you're flying
that
around.
song is awesome.
Yeah,
I think it is anyway. I couldn't really fucking hear it because of the goddamn dialogue. The robots wouldn't shut up. The main character wouldn't shut the fuck up, and I couldn't hear the fucking song. I heard like 20 seconds of like this 4-minute fucking song that sounded cool in the little window I heard it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what character I did like? The old lady. Because she
Granny?
kept telling the
Granny
main character
Xena?
to shut the fuck up. Yeah, she was the best.
Yeah, she was pretty cool. Badass.
Other than that.
Shooting rocket launchers and shit.
Yeah, she's crazy as fuck. That's what I want to be when I'm old.
I'm sure you will be. Minus access to rocket launchers, hopefully, for humanity's sake.
Damn it.
I know.
Could you imagine? That'd be amazing. I've been good with rocket launchers. How dare you? Anyway.
You'd pointed at someone you're angry at, I think.
Yeah, so?
That's not good.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Are you going to keep playing the game?
Yes.
Maybe we should do a spoilers episode about this game.
All right. Now you have to beat it, though.
That's fine. I mean, I think I'm going to. I just,
okay.
The motivation comes and goes a bit.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess when you finally beat it, we can play
and
it.
doing an episode about it is motivation to do it. So.
Yeah, there you go. We got homework now. Good job.
I do like yelling about things I'm mad about.
Oh my God, me too. It's my fucking favorite.
It's really good.
Throwing a controller.
Yeah. What else did you play?
My turn?
Yeah.
So besides fucking Atomic Heart, obviously, I kind of been sick, but I did play a couple horror games this week. So there's this one out that's been really popular called Missing Hiker. It's free on Steam. It's really short, but I really like the aesthetic of this game. Also, there's an achievement called Annoying, and it made me really sad to get it. But, I played that. It was fun.
Wait, what?
I thought...
Is it a spoiler to say what the criteria is for that?
You talk to a guy, and he tells you to fuck off.
Story of your life, huh?
Yeah, pretty much it was the story of my life. And I was like, how dare you? There's this other one that is another game released by another dev I like. This dev did a game that I played last year called Within Scurry. But this one's called Is Simon There? And it was really fucked. It's a walking sim horror game, which I kind of like sometimes because not being chased is a mixed blessing, Because, like, if you keep getting chased and you keep getting caught, it gets less scary.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like...
that's how I played Alien.
Yeah, Alien Isolation it became unscary after
Yeah.
like the first hour.
I would get to a save room, and then I would sprint to the next area, see where it would catch me, and then play differently. So
Yeah.
I got caught like 40 times in my playthrough, but it didn't scare me at all because I played it, that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if that continues to happen, it becomes less scary.
Yeah.
But that one was good. It was short. Apparently, there's 4 endings, and I'm gonna try to go back and get the other ones of those as well.
Do people like Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 and whatever it's called in Dead Space 3, or have you played those games?
No, I have not played
It's like the
that.
Unkillable, or like Mr. X from the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, where you have an unkillable character.
Unkillable thing comes
like
after you, and
bitch.
you can stun it or knock it down or cut its limbs off or whatever you can do to
I
it.
fucking hate shit like that.
It's terrible, right? Does anyone like
Hate
it?
it.
It keeps showing up in horror.
Hate
It's like,
it.
fuck.
Hate it.
I think
It's
Evil Within
absolutely
may have
terrible.
had something like that too.
It did.
Yeah.
It really did.
Fuck off.
And that can eat my ass. Yeah. I'm not super picky when it comes to horror games, obviously. I'll play almost anything. Like, I don't mind being chased, but
You
I
slut.
think yeah, I'm a slut when it comes to horror games. Or for horror. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of chasing and stuff like that, and I just keep getting gibbed. I get kind of mad, and it becomes absolutely less scary. But the other game that I've been playing a lot of lately is I went back to Astroneer, and I've been doing a playthrough of it on my stream, and it is just absolutely delightful.
What is it?
Astroneer.
Oh, yeah,
The one
yeah,
that
yeah.
you had
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
unremoved. Yeah. It has been so much fun. There's so much new lore. There's pets that you could collect now, which I didn't even fucking know. And I'm like collecting all these little pets, and we're just flying around to different planets. And they're like, "Oh, shouldn't you be working on this?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go get this fucking snail because it's cute as shit, and I want him to have friends." And they're like, "Okay." And yeah, so that's been my streams lately. Is just me chasing snails and other things. Yeah. And finding out more about like kind of the lore in the game finally.
Oh. So
yeah.
about the pets, because that's
Yes.
interesting to me.
They know,
Are there ones that are like kind of difficult to get, or are they kind of easy collectathon kind of thing?
they're kind of it's not difficult, but each pet actually does something different. And so certain ones will help you with like collecting resources. One of them's a light. And little things like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's really cute, and it's supposed to be quote unquote a family friendly game, but it's just adorable, and I don't know, I'm having a real good time with it, just running around being an idiot sandwich. So it's been nice.
That's awesome. Is that your
yeah.
current cozy game then?
Yeah, it's been my current cozy game, and yeah, I think. So what I have to do left in the game besides collect these few pets, I only got a couple left, is light up all these pyramids that are on the planets. And that's gonna take me quite a while. And stuff. I just did 2 of them on one planet. And it took me fucking forever, and chat was like yelling at me the whole time. Because I kept fucking... I was trying to capture the sun, and the sun's really low on this planet, and I was using this fucking, what is it called? Solar panel. And I'm, like, moving it around, and I just kept getting fucked. It would, like, start to do the process and everything, and then the sun would go down because it's a fucking moon. And so it would despawn everything, and I'm like, fuck! And it's just, like, going down, and I'm, like, trying to, like, save it and everything, and I'm just, like, yeah.
Is there danger in that game?
There's some enemies that will kill you, but it's very light.
Okay. It's kind of like No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
All the enemies are pretty easy in that, yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing that's going to like really hunt you down that I've run into. Like there's plants and stuff that will kill you and shoot you and stuff like that. It's real simple.
I am trying not to get overhyped for Starfield because, it's Bethesda. It'll let us down in some ways, but
it's true.
It's still going to be so good.
It's going to be the best game ever. I don't care. Todd Howard's right. Todd Howard's right.
Think of all the times he hurt you.
Shh. That's mine. I'll take him back any day. He's my.
That's your toxic celebrity crush.
Yeah, that's my toxic celebrity crush. 4 fucking jerseys. But yeah, that's pretty much all I played this week. I was mostly just recovering. I haven't gone back to fucking Atomic Heart since it came out, and I kept meaning to, but I also wanted to lay down.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been out like 2 days, right? So.
Yeah. But Sons of the Forest comes out tomorrow, and that's what we'll be doing this weekend.
What is this?
Sons of the Forest.
I don't know what that is.
The new the Force game.
Oh, fuck that game, dude.
It was so much fun!
How? What? In what way? All right.
I don't know.
I need your roommates to guide me through the game.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe we could all do a big Force party one day.
How many people can play?
I don't know. I'll look it up.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to forget about this as soon as it's over.
People can play the Force. 8 friends.
8?
Yeah, we can all.
Wait,
yeah.
Well, that's presumptive, but okay.
It says 8. Play by yourself up to 8.
But you said friends, and that's the part I take issue with.
Wow. I'm your friend.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, are you ready for some fucking wild news this week?
Really?
Did you know that Saudi Arabia's obsessed with Nintendo?
What? Is that how all the Switch units got sold? They're all in Saudi Arabia?
Maybe because so Nintendo's very tight on how many shares are sold of their company, right? And a lot of it's kept in Japan. But Saudi Arabia's public investing fund is now the largest outside shareholder of Nintendo as of Friday. They own 8.3% of like the stocks and stuff like that now.
I feel like that's a pretty solid business to be in. Nintendo's probably gonna be around forever.
Yeah, I think so. No matter what, Nintendo will always stand the test.
They survived
of time,
so many weird things. People
they
have such brand loyalty for that company. It's insane.
It's because it's been around for so long, and it's not just like even in the States. Like the States doesn't have like as much loyalty. I feel like that, but like over in Japan and shit like that, hardcore.
Yeah,
all about Sony and Nintendo.
Yeah.
So.
You know, it's kind of fucked if you think about why this has happened. Because, and this is why things never go away, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is always around. Fucking all this shit, right?
Right.
Basically, everything from the 80s on will always exist. If it saw any popularity. Because as soon as you get that name, people just associate things by the name, right? So they have kids, and they go, my kids are going to watch the thing on. Like, you know, this is a solid thing. I grew up on this. It's like a good thing to show your kid or whatever. So the kids get into it, and then those kids have kids. And it's the same fucking brands that still exist. So you just have this automatic, like, genetic fucking brand loyalty, basically. It's fucked up.
Yeah, but basically, so the Saudi Arabia's, like, their investment corporation and stuff like that, it's their ploy to become less reliant on oil sales and stuff like that. This is their long-term project. And invest.
The oil will run out, yeah.
Right. And it's not just Nintendo that they've invested in over the years, looking into this more. They've also invested into, like, minor corporations like Capcom and, like, EA, and also, obviously, like, what is it called? Tencent. And stuff like that.
I was going to say Tencent, but then I thought, doesn't China, I would think if anyone's bottling down who can invest in companies, I would think that the Chinese government doesn't really want people to outside own parts of their companies, but I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Tencent is public, and you can buy public. Since it's public like that, you could buy their shares and everything. Although they haven't been doing very well lately.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they've been having kind of a rough, well, ever since, like, China kind of, like, put the boot down on them. They've recovered since, like, that happened back in October of last year.
They do own too many things, right? I mean, so you want to diversify your portfolio. That's what everybody says. But if you diversify too much, you need a certain X number of things to be successful. And that gets harder and harder to make sure it's happening over, 10, 20 years or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Like, not all of these fucking 200 companies you've invested in are all going to do fucking great.
Right. And, I think this is better for them, if I guess you could say financially, for them to invest in that, because last year, Saudi Arabia bought that esports team that went belly up real quick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They should have got Ryan Reynolds involved.
Let's buy an esports team, and then they realized there's no money in esports teams.
There is zero money, except the money that is lovingly given.
They earn.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, sure.
That too, also given.
Yeah.
Even
Valve, dude. Valve of all companies fucks this shit up.
I know they do. They definitely do. To continue on the Nintendo train.
Yes.
We'll just continue on the Nintendo train.
All
Super
aboard.
Nintendo World opened up last week on Friday.
Which is what?
Super Nintendo World?
Yeah. Where is that?
It is a part of it's a part of Universal Studios in California.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
this has been this has been in the works for almost 10 years or something like that.
I don't play video games or go to theme parks, so why would you think I would know that?
I don't know, but I think it's cute and I want to go eat cupcakes and buy Nintendo merch.
Do you?
Okay. Yeah, look at how cute this cupcake is. Look at this. It's a pink cupcake with the crown on top of it. It's a Princess Peach cupcake. You fucker. Anyway,
I think I'm one of the writers behind Atomic Heart, because I almost made a joke that was I want to stick my dick in that cupcake.
I'm fucking killing you. You're banned. You're banned.
Not seriously. I don't really want to do it. I just thought it's a funny thing to say, but it's not really. It kind of is, though.
Oh my god.
It also would be kind of funny if you did it,
Stick your dick in there?
Yeah.
It's not a fucking apple pie.
What? Apple pies are hot. I'm not doing that.
You wait until it cools down, you fucking animal.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Would have saved me a couple burns. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine you whipping your dick out in the middle of the Nintendo restaurant and
Please
shoving
don't
your
imagine
dick into
me.
a cupcake.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to imagine anything. But yeah, if you're interested in going to theme parks, like none of us are, and that's there. It's cute.
I like theme parks. I think they're fun.
Yeah.
They're just too far away.
Yeah, I don't want to go to California.
Yeah.
Again.
Or Florida. Like, Jesus Christ. Come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Who wants to go to fucking... What were you thinking?
Yeah.
What were
There's
you
too many
thinking,
Florida men
Disney?
there. Like, come on, dude.
Oh, my God. Also, continuing on with, I guess, kind of Nintendo, but this ends up being more Microsoft. So Microsoft is still trying to save the deal with Activision, right?
Of course.
They've been trying really hard, and they announced this week that they have made a partnership with NVIDIA and Nintendo to try to convince the European unions to approve the thing. And basically what this is doing, it's a 10-year partnership with NVIDIA to bring Xbox PC games to NVIDIA's cloud gaming service, which, okay. And then also bring a bunch of older Xbox games to the Switch. And a lot of people are like, oh my god, how are they going to run these games? The Switch can't handle that. Motherfucker, that was like an Xbox 360. Like, I'm pretty sure Nintendo Switch has better hardware than a 360.
Barely, though,
on some of these games. I have no idea, honestly.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's easy to look up, but I'm not going to do it.
But yeah, this is basically saying this, and they've been trying to contact Sony. Obviously, Activision has been trying to contact Sony, which has left poor Bobby Kotick ghosted. Which good, fuck him, obviously. But yeah, they're still trying to save that deal. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's just gonna get tied up in the courts, and eventually it's just gonna dissolve and fade into.
I wonder how expensive pursuing this deal has been. It's got to be at least a little bit, right?
It's probably well over $69 billion at this point.
Yeah.
Because like
Do
all
the
the
prices of
advertising,
lawyers go up
everything-
with the recessions? You know, like foods
Oh,
and services go up.
Probably.
Yeah, it's got it right.
I would assume so. Like I would assume like fucking divorce lawyers right now are making bank because recession causes divorce like really bad. Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm fucking burping. But yeah, no.
Was I burping earlier?
Like, you burped earlier.
Whoopsies.
Did you not remember burping?
I don't remember anything beyond like 10 seconds ago.
Are you drunk yet? Is that what's happening?
I don't think I'm drunk. I'm just I have a snow day tomorrow, I think, so I'm pretty excited.
You guys are getting snow?
Elsewhere. Yeah.
We had a tornado warning today, and
Oh,
it's
that's
just
lit.
Like, it was just the sirens going off.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was like neat. Yeah, my roommate Phil texted me. He's like, texted us. He's like, the sirens are going off, and I'm stuck in here pooping.
That is not where you want to be during a tornado, dude.
No.
Dude,
No,
what if
and
you
it's-
did? That has to have happened to somebody. Somebody has like
It's gotta have
literally
happened to somebody.
mid-diarrhea, gets sucked up by a tornado or something, dude.
What a fucking way to die. What a literal shit way to die.
No, what if you don't die? Then you have to live with the memory of being in a natural disaster while your body's
your house
going through a
collapses
natural
around you.
disaster.
Your house collapses around you and you're just holding onto that toilet praying that the plumbing is actually good.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Activision kind of Blizzard, the other thing I wanted to bring up this week, I'm just going through the news real quick because it's just
Wham,
like
bam.
whatever. Yeah.
Thank you
Wham,
for
bam,
doing
thank
the
you,
news.
ma'am.
Okay. I wasn't going to say that because it's disrespectful.
Wham, bam, thank you, sex-deprived robot.
Sex deprived?
She's got to be
Fuck
sex-deprived.
your robot
She's
more.
That fucking horny.
Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah. Like,
Not
if you
your
have a
fucking
sex robot,
ballerina
why is it
robot.
deprived of sex?
She does my chores, okay? Look, I need somebody to do the dishes. I don't like
I
doing
do
the dishes.
kind of love the idea of like a sex robot that's been like it's an AI that's been
Yeah.
programmed to like be sexy and want sex and shit like that, but is constantly rejected because she's too obnoxious.
It's like, shut the fuck up, God.
Like,
I'm not always
oh,
horny.
that's
Just sit
so
down.
funny
Power
to me.
down. Sit in the corner. Do some dishes. Rub my feet. Will this
The
turn-
one thing
yeah,
I was
sure.
created for, no men want.
But yeah, no, Blizzard. Speaking of, I guess, sexual harassment, motherfuckers. No, there was a company-wide meeting this week for Activision Blizzard employees, and basically they're trying to pull people back into the office even more. Also,
I think I heard about that.
they aren't. It sounded from like everything. So they're being forced to return back to the office 3 days a week, starting in July. And they didn't have a plan, and that simply at the end of the day, if people need to do what makes them happy, if the company's goals and the employee's goals stand on the line, then the employee needs to do what makes them happy. But they're still gonna force people to come back.
Yeah.
Which is fucking weird to say that and then be like, yeah, no, you still have to come back.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Companies are falling all over themselves trying to fucking find reasons to bring people back, which I don't necessarily disagree with. Like, I don't know. The more I spend time at my office, the more I'm like, when I'm not here, it's harder to collaborate with the people. It just is.
Really?
I mean, 100%. Like,
Hmm.
people don't think of you as a person anymore that they have to get back to, right? If you go bother somebody at their desk, they're going to do shit for you.
Interesting.
You can lay on the charm and shit. Like, I don't know. It's a lot easier for me to get stuff done in the office, which pains the shit out of me to say because no one wants to work from home more than me.
I mean, I feel like I guess I'm the opposite. I work better and I work harder from home, if that makes sense.
I work hard from home, but it's just hard
Yeah.
to collaborate with other people at home because not everyone's as responsive or whatever, And I'm talking about people in the office. Motherfuckers in the office. Those are the motherfuckers who aren't fucking talking to me. Pisses me off. When I work from home, People in the office are the ones who are unresponsive. My boss said something like, "Oh, could we hire somebody remote? Like, because the owner of the company he fucking hates remote work. Like, he basically won't allow it unless, but he's sort of stepped back a little bit. There's a new CEO, but so he's like, yeah, can we hire somebody remotely like to do the job that I do? And I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely could. And he's like, we could definitely monitor them. And I was like, that's not the part. Leading with that.
Don't do that.
Is so cringy, dude. Like, what you should monitor is that they're working. Like, not hyper specific fucking time periods or whatever the fuck. Just the output of their fucking work. That's what you monitor, right? I fucking have played goddamn video games at my desk at the office because I'm fucking working. Like, RuneScape's AFK, but like, there's just shit you can do. You can watch fucking Twitch on the side. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's so I don't like this over monitoring narrative. What it is like, I don't know.
1820.
Just look at how are they doing? You know, do you like the work that they're doing? If you can't tell, then that's your problem. If you need like fucking activity during the day, like they didn't go AFK or whatever, like fuck that shit. Because that is not the right way.
Auto clicker.
It's not the right way. Yeah.
That's what one of my friends did. He got an auto clicker and stuff. So he could walk away.
Did he get the mechanical one or the software one? Because they're monitoring the software ones now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what he got. He's got some.
So now people are constructing little robots that carry the mouse around. Yeah.
I fucking love it. Oh my God, that's amazing. Buy a robot. There you go. Invest. But yeah, people have been expressing that they're not happy with Blizzard and this callback and stuff like that, and they're feeling even more undervalued than they probably already have been over the past couple of years. Because Activision has been making amazing profits and stuff like that. They also downplayed the news that the employees would only be receiving 58% of their usual profit sharing bonus, despite the last quarter being a record-setting profits for the company as a total.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, good job. Good job. And like Yabara has just been like, oh yeah, it's fine, everything's okay, but you have to come back to the office. Oh, by the way, you're only getting 58%. It's okay though. We're a big team and we're happy. And yada yada. I feel like he's becoming more of a piece of shit as it sets along.
Huh.
But yeah. The last major thing that I do want to talk about this week, and I don't know how you'll feel about it, but it kind of makes me it's perked my ears. My friend Mike actually sent me this. So, do you know do you watch horror movies at all?
I mean, not really. The only one I really watched was the Nick Cage, like Willie's Playhouse or whatever the fuck it was called.
You call that a horror movie?
I mean, no. So no, I guess I don't watch horror movies. Like ones that are supposed to scare you. Because they don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, there's a company called Blumhouse horror, I guess you could say. They're the ones who have done like they did the Megan movie, the new one with the robot girl. They did The Purge. They did like Lords of Salem and
Is The
Get
Purge
Out.
a horror movie?
I mean,
people
it's
get scared of that? Yeah, it's fucked up. Okay, so it's like a gore thing, right?
That one's gore, yeah. But I think Get Out
in
is
that
a
way,
horror movie.
Willie's whatever it was also like a gore thing, right?
Yeah, it's more like comedy though.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
Yeah.
The Purge wasn't
like,
funny? It looks kind of funny.
It's not meant to be funny.
Yeah.
It's probably like...
It was funny how bad it was.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got
Which is the same as the Nick Cage thing, right? I mean, kind of.
That's supposed to be funny on purpose, though, I think.
Yeah, but it's also funny because it's like... Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell the difference sometimes, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, they've done a lot of horror movies over the years and stuff. and some other stuff. But now they're looking to branch out, and they're launching a video game division to create horror-themed projects for PC, console, and mobile game and stuff like that. But yeah, they're known for like their low-budget movies. So I'm pretty sure Get Out was like super fucking cheap, but it was hella fucking scary.
Get Out is Jordan Peele, right?
Yeah, that Jordan Peele directed that. Yeah, but
Is
this
that funny?
company produced it. It is not funny.
Okay, I didn't think so, but he's a funny guy, so I get confused about it.
It is a true horror movie. Yeah, it was really funny because I saw that with my ex, and he's like, "It's gonna get funny at any moment," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's not meant to be funny." And he's like, "Any moment."
I probably would laugh anyway, just because I know he did it. I'm like, hey, it's probably supposed to be funny right here.
Yeah,
that dude
funny,
totally
right?
died.
The dude's totally dying, and they're the fucking crazy racism. Yeah, it's totally funny.
It's about racism?
Yeah.
Okay, well that I retract my comments. I didn't.
Sorry. But the whole premise is just fucked. It's a super fucked movie. But yeah, no. I remember that. And then there's like a 2-second joke at like the last second. And my ex is like, there's the funny, and then the credits roll. Yeah.
He was right then.
No, don't you dare.
What are you talking about? You just said he said it was coming the entire time, and then it did.
It was like, yeah, but it wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be funny?
He thought it was a comedy movie.
At the end, they made a joke.
Yeah, but what joke doesn't make it a so every Marvel movie is a comedy?
Absolutely. Are you shitting me? You picked the worst example you possibly could have. You should have said The Passion of the Christ. There's one joke in there, and that makes it a comedy? Then I'd be like, well, no, that's a good point. But a Marvel movie? Yeah, they all wish they were fucking comedies.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I don't know. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what kind of low budget horror video games they do, or they're gonna be trash. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's gonna be one or the other.
Horror does seem like a pretty tricky genre, so.
Yeah.
And I bet what makes video games scary is not what makes movies scary, so it's gonna be interesting.
Sometimes.
You think so? A couple video games have gotten me, and no movie ever has. Although, to be fair, I gave up on them, so maybe there's a couple out there that would get me. I don't know. It's just harder for me to invest, you know?
Yeah.
To buy in.
Buy in?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a good horror game that we should make you play.
Lost in Vivo. I already did.
Oh, Lost in Vivo, the best horror game ever.
Amnesia and Lost in Vivo are pretty much the only ones that made me uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
We just need to find another Lost in Vivo, which I think is going to be next to impossible.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique game.
It's the best game. Yeah, I made my roommate play that.
You know what? Actually, Hellblade was pretty traumatizing. Although being high as fuck did not help. Well, rather it did help. It helped me get into the universe.
Character in the mindset, being high as fuck.
I was a little afraid of like losing my mind doing that.
Like, is this gonna fuck my brain? Is this gonna hurt me?
Is this gonna break me? I just like playing with my psyche. You know, it's fun. Next, I'm gonna play the next. If they make another Hellblade game, I'm gonna play it on mushrooms.
Oh, they're making another one, aren't they?
I thought they were, but I couldn't remember if I was making that up, so I didn't say it.
No, I'm pretty sure they're making a sequel to it. It's just I haven't heard anything about it since the Game Awards.
I kind of don't want them to, just because it was such a unique thing, and I don't want them to get it wrong.
Try to ruin it.
But we'll see. Also,
I kinda lost.
Part of me is like, I don't really want to go through that again. like in
"Please,
Lost in
God,
Vivo,
no."
I'm never going to play Lost in Vivo again, even though I will speak highly of it till the day I die, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. But it's just too traumatic for you?
It's not good, you know? Like, Yeah. I watch
like, it hurt my
sitcoms over and
soul.
over and over again. You know, like I'm a relative baby to that shit. I think that's my problem is I'm too guarded with shit. That's why nothing gets me. But when it does, it's like, holy fuck, I respect the fuck out of it.
You're like, I cannot handle this. I need to go lay down for 3 days. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. I think I'm slowly becoming desensitized too, which
That's
is bad.
fair. You have played a lot of horror.
I have played a lot of horror over the last year. I just like it though. It's fun. But like, if there's one game that I played recently, the Replace the Lamps one that I played last week, they like said that it was behind me, and I'm like, why would you do that? I'm not gonna jump now. Like, why? I'm like, okay. It's like funny the first like 2 times, and then as soon after that, it's like, okay.
Are there, in all these indie horror games that you've played, are there tropes that you're tired of?
Loud noise equals scary. Loud noise equals funny.
Yeah.
I think subtlety works way better with trying to startle you sometimes. Rather than having a loud noise and then having like the entity or like whatever you're trying to scare them with show up. Rather just have like subtle like changes in the music and stuff like that. I think it's way scarier because then it changes like the atmosphere and stuff, like how Lost in Vivo did it and everything.
Yeah.
To go back to Lost in Vivo.
Yeah. And that was I would say that there's lots of loud noises, but they're not used as much in a it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's more like grating industrial noise.
Yeah, it's like consistent. So it's a little different when you're constantly being like bombarded.
You just don't have a minute to breathe.
Yeah, that's what I think they did so well with Lost in Vivo, with like having it just constantly just keep you on this fucking edge.
Yeah.
And you never have any moment to relax, cuz like even in what is it called? Oh fuck, Evil Within has like moments like that where the music's really good, it's done really well. But then as soon as you get to that save point and Claire de Lune comes on, that beautiful music, you're just like, thank fuck.
Yeah.
You don't get that in Last of Us.
I honestly hate that. I mean, I know it's a nice rest, but I don't like Gears of War was the first game I remember clearly going, they do this like string at the end of combat and then boom, silence. Yeah. And then Dead Space does that. A bunch of games do that. So many games. Like probably every Xbox 360 game. But in the horror genre, it's fucking terrible. It just undercuts the entire fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only one that did silence very well was Silent Hill. The very first one, where it's completely silent and the only thing you have is this little radio, and when the radio starts buzzing, and depending on how loud it is, there's something close to you. So you get this like anxious feeling because it's slowly getting louder, and it's something's fucking coming for you, and it's just like, well, where the fuck is it? And then you just get fucking got anyway. It doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You should play Silent Hill.
I don't think I will. Did you play Alan Wake?
I don't think I actually did play Alan Wake.
I'd be very interested to hear what you think of that game.
I think I need to get it because it's an old. Well, they're remaking it.
They had the remaster came out recently. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'll pick that up and check it out at some point and play through that. Okay. Well, we went on a tangent.
We did.
But
Yeah. That was the news.
If you guys have any tangents that you would like us to talk about, or even like game genres, because I like kind of doing that where we just focus tunnel vision on something.
Yeah.
And we could talk about FPS next week or something. I don't know. We'll
tangent off of that and do our own thing, but it'd be nice to have a starting point, you know?
Yeah. Give us a starting point if you're still listening. Okay. Yeah, that's it for the news. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at Evil Space Bunny and the Real Portz.
I streamed.
He streamed. I yelled at him so hard last week, and he did it. He gave into peer pressure.
Yeah, you do have that power. See? Huh?
I do have that power.
Just takes a long 2 years of build-up.
Hey, Portz, play the beginner's guide. Hey, Portz, play the beginner's guide. Hey, Portz, play the beginner's guide.
It is about a year. It is about a year or two.
Hey, Portz, play Lost at Vivo. Hey, Portz, play Lost at Vivo.
You didn't say that very much.
Yeah, I did.
Did you? Maybe it was just so I didn't understand what the game was that I was like, whatever.
I think I mentioned it at least a few times.
Yeah, you probably did.
Well, maybe you'll become.
I drink on these.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true. You do drink on these. We all drink on these. I'm just drinking.
The audience is
Sadness.
drinking. If you're listening to this, you're probably drinking. How
you
else would you get
be
through
drinking,
this?
chat. Come on.
Well, unless you're an alcoholic, then drink a little extra.
Don't. Yeah, that's it for the podcast. Goodbye.
That's it. You're done. Go listen to Taylor Swift or whatever you do with your Spotify's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.